Live from the JSE now, it's Jaco Schoeman, the CEO of MRI. Jaco, good morning.
Good morning, Lindsay.
Why on earth are you doing this? So first of all, the JSE is a place that is now means that you're in the public domain, and at the same time, the mining industry in South Africa is under intense scrutiny and has so many problems at the moment. What was your rationale behind this listing?
Yeah, Lindsay, the mining industry in South Africa can compare to a newspaper. The achievements that they've reached for the last 130 years are reported on in the sports pages on the back end, and the failures on the front pages. And the front page the last 2 years is acid mine drainage. Western Utilities Corporation, which has now been purchased by MRI, has now developed a long-term solution for the acid mine drainage specifically. And secondly, what we've also achieved is the construction of a coal project which produces coal briquettes from coal fines and old tailings dumps. And then from that, it's a product that can be sold and reduces the environmental liability and impacts on the environment. So WOC and the listing of MRI is not there to restore the reputation of the mining houses, but to assist in the restoration of unintended consequences that they've had over the past couple of years.
Let's go back a step if we can, Jaco, and look at MRI itself. It stands for Mine Restorations Limited. What is the history of the company?
Mine Restoration Limited was previously known as Capricorn, and they were a listed shell which we essentially reverse listed WOC into. WOC itself was developed over the last 6 years. It started specifically for acid mine drainage. We then developed the long-term solution over the last 5 years. We spent 75 million rand on the development of this and completed a bankable feasibility state document which was signed off independently by experts. And through this phase we also had an opportunity where a coal mine then asked us to come and review their processes. And in reviewing that AMD solution, we realized that we actually have to remove the source. And in removing the source, you can then take away the AMD problem, which came up, how do you remove the source and what do you do with the fines? Now, that's when we developed the technology to briquette these fines and sell it as a product. We obviously envisaged to roll this out to various other coal mines and reduce their liabilities as well.
Jaco, there's an old saying that it's an ill wind that blows nobody good. Obviously, acid mine drainage is a huge environmental water problem for South Africa. How big a problem is it, and therefore how big is the potential market for you?
Well, South Africa definitely has a big problem currently with the western, central and eastern basins. To give it a bit of a quantitative value for you, it's 155 megalitres of water within these three basins. That is just in the Gauteng area. Then obviously in the coal mining fields towards the east, you generate also acid mine drainage. So acid mine drainage is a big problem anywhere where you've got coal mining or pyrites or arsenopyrites or chalcopyrites, so gold mining as well. Now that is only in South Africa. There's various other areas in the world, South America, North America, where the same problem exists, and obviously the opportunity is there to expand into those areas.
Let's look at the semantics now if we can, Jaco. How much are you looking to raise? Who are your shareholders? What will the free float be? Will I, for example, as a retail investor, be able to get in and out? Maybe start with how much you're going to seek to raise from this morning's listing.
From this morning's listing, we're raising 40 million rand. That has been underwritten and is fully subscribed. So the listing or the capital raising is complete. And we will be obviously looking at promoting the company going forward. But at this point in time, the listing is complete, or the capital raising for the listing is complete.
Okay, back to my last question then. As a retail investor, will I be able to get in and out? Will there be a free float? Will it be a tradable share, which is obviously important because from what you've just said, I'm sure there'll be quite a few investors quite interested in the long-term future of this company.
Yes, there will be a free float. At this point in time, it's fairly small, but there will be some of that going available. The reason for that was purely that the two major shareholders was showing their own support for the project all the way through, from the listing of Watermark, then now to MRI, to ensure that we carry it through and to make sure that there's a continuity in the process.
Jaco, congratulations. I hope your life doesn't change for the worse, because as I say, you are going to be in the public eye now and you will be having to do things that you haven't had to do before. But anyway, good luck. Jaco Schoeman is the CEO of MRI, which stands for Mine Restoration Investments Limited.